Back again, this time it's going to be Bellona. I'm going to be playing her in the solo lane. She can be jungled as well. Has quite a lot of options for her of what you want to try and do with her. Now, Bellona's not my strongest god. She is still pretty new, however. And I will try and explain her abilities and what you're really looking to do. First of all, she has some sustain in her kit, but it's not necessarily sustain in the late game that you're really looking to abuse. In the early game, you can, though. And we'll see what we're up against in lane as well, because that could influence our builds. Don't worry about builds so much. We'll try and show you the playstyle of what you're looking to do with her. She's a very, very heavy warrior in terms of melee brawly-esque. She's looking to stay in fights as long as possible and out-sustain the god she's against just because she's got the heals. She's also got fantastic protections and mobility when she's in combat. And you'll see all that's good stuff once we get ourselves into the game.
Let us hope our enemies have skill. Let's do this.
I don't know whether I want to play this super safe. I think I'm just going to play it super safe this game. Like I said, don't always take into account what build I'm doing. Builds can change. Builds might not be optimal. However, we'll go through the God Master of War. Is going to be her passive. Upon giving or receiving hits from basic attacks, Bellona gains protections and movement speed for 4 seconds. Max 5 stacks. So that's 4 protections per stack. At 5 stacks, it's a lot of protections. And movement speed is plus 3% per stack. Max 5 stacks again, so 15% movement speed. So getting in combat and staying in combat are things you're looking to do. You can chase down targets because of that mobility you'll get, especially if you have the boots online or some sort of slow. The first skill we're going to look at is Shield Bash. Bellona dashes forward. It's only a short dash though, not very large, and it'll slow enemies that she hits, and it also reflects damage back and blocks some damage that she gets coming into her. And as she auto attacks, she gets more block stacks to be able to reflect more damage back at attackers in that shield stance. This ability would be the one you'll probably be in towards the later stages of the game. This is the one that keeps you alive in the fights and allows you to be a front line for your team and be quite a tanky warrior. Bludgeon is the next skill, and this produces a massive hammer for her to use. The hammer does great AoE damage. It's a big circular ability with a detonation on it at the end. You'll see what I mean when I actually use this ability in the game. And that ability does nice damage, and it AoEs with your auto attacks too, because your weapon changes with this god as time goes on. Third ability, which I just put a point in, is Scourge. And what it does is a line nuke like this that disarms the targets in range. And it's got an auto attack chain that on the 4th attack, you get a heal off it. And you can see that her weapon changes throughout, and eventually it switches back to a sword again as time goes on. So she's got a sword and shield, a massive hammer. And on top of that, she's also got her flail, I think we call it. So I'm going to put a point into my 2 here as well, and you'll be able to see that skill. So the 3 is a disarm. When it throws out like that, it disarms the target for a second or 2. Up to 3 seconds, actually, when it's maxed. And causes a lot of issues for them. Now, I'm against a Ra in this lane, so I won't really be needing the disarm as much, but it will give me sustain and lifesteal. I might get pushed in a little bit in this lane. You see me drop the 2 there. Now I'm in hammer stance, as you can see. These slow auto attacks that are coming out do good damage, though. Oh, I got hit by a double tap then. You can see me using my hammer there. It's quite difficult to land that. It can be countered. Oh my gosh, this Thor really likes me today. Please, no. Athena, stop. Athena, stop. I've got to be careful how much poke I take here. It's not the easiest lane to be in, honestly, this one right now. I'm going to be busy under the tower for the most part at the start, at least until Thor leaves and Ross stops pushing me in. Things to note about Scourge as well is your auto attack range is slightly larger than it may look like. You've got a little bit more range because you're in this flail stance. It's a little bit longer than usual. You will switch back to your standard sword when you're out of combat, so you've got to be careful of that as well. So for the most part, you're just looking to farm up and live as long as you can. I'm not going to play this lane perfectly. As I said, my Bellona play is something to be required. And there's the sword and shield stance. While you're in this stance and you stay in combat, you'll block autos. But against the Raw, you don't really have many autos. I've got to be careful about a snipe coming out here. It'll be coming soon, and I don't really have anything to do. I'm just going to let this slave push him. He's going to push me under the tower all the time.
Your middle tower
There's no point trying to get involved because those creeps are all nice and healthy. I can heal these on the top. Just got to be careful of a snipe coming out now, which will be any second. Be ready for the snipe, Hindu. Be ready for the snipe. Don't get hit by the snipe. And then the final ability, which we'll talk about as we go back to base, is going to be Eagle's Rally. Now, this is a leap ability that throws you into a position. Throws you into a position. Good job, Hindu. That makes sense. If you look at it here, I'll pop it there. You jump to the flag, and it stuns anyone in the center target that you see there. So it lands a nice stun on them for 1 second. On top of that, what it also does is give you protections and physical power while you're inside its area of effect as well. You can see that. By maxing this skill, you get a longer duration on it, so this flag stays on the ground. And the cooldown is very, very low as well, and goes down the more you use it. So you're looking to max that one, obviously, for the extra protections, and it's also you engage and disengage as well because of how long it is. If you notice, she's only really got the one ability for doing stuff to get away. Might be blind, but I can still poke you a little bit here and abuse the situation in shield stance. Push him in the tower. How do you like it, Ra? So for the most part, we're just looking for farm in this lane. We're a little bit behind. We're struggling a little bit in this lane, honestly, because it is a Ra and he's got great push power. But if Ra wants to fight, we can fight. Oh, that's a Thor. And we're leaping out even though we're blind. I'm probably going to get hit by snipe. No, I'm not. And I should be out of this combat just in time. So Thor ganked me. It was very difficult for you to really see at home what I was doing then because I was blind. But if you didn't see it, I used my ultimate to disengage, and then I used my one like this to dash forward a little bit, and there comes a pony to try and kill me as well. Oh, the surprises of combat. It doesn't surprise me. Because I'm high-res Hindu, man, this stuff happens. So what I will get in this lane now is going to be beads as well, I think. Pick up beads just to be able to avoid a CC in case I get womboed like that again. Don't necessarily need beads on this god, but it's definitely useful. So my lane's pushed up. I'm probably losing my blue buff right now. I did use my onwards escape and did a good job of escaping, but then a Guan Yu dives a tower. You can't always expect a Guan Yu to dive a tower. Are you still doing that? And that's what you get for stealing my buff. And diving me under the tower. What are you guys going to do? Nothing, because I'm going to go back to my wave and hog. Whatever. I don't care. Job done. I lost my blue buff, but I've got blue stone pendant, so I'm not overly worried. Now, I have got damage potential to kill this Ra. I've just got to be careful about it, because Thor wants to camp me, it seems. I'm not really after killing him while he's inside that. I'm trying to make sure he drops it on himself and not on the creeps. I'm not taking too much poke there, though. But if he lands a snipe, I'll be in more trouble. Oh, the blind. Blinded by the light. Uh-oh, I'm out of mana here. Once again. Gotta dodge this laser that's coming. Or maybe it's not coming. Once again, not playing this lane satisfactorily. I shouldn't have really traded then. Might be have to stay up a little bit if I'm careful. Oh no, Hindu. I just walked back into that. I'm such an idiot sometimes. And that's me dying for the first time this game. The second time this game, really. That death was really unfortunate and not really required for me, honestly. I'm being affected a little bit too much by the good old blinding light that I keep looking at for no reason whatsoever. I did have kill potential, I just played it really bad. Really bad. So we're really behind in this lane now. 2 levels down on the Ra. That's my own fault. Lane's pushed out a little bit there as well, which is unfortunate. Just gonna take these back harpies while I'm here. Try and get farm where I can. Now, if there's anyone but Ra in lane, you have a lot of fight in you because of how your skills work and how good you can stay in combat. But against the mage, it's not as useful as it could be, especially these defensive ones. I probably should have changed my build, honestly, and gone for heavy hammer and gone for an aggressive build overall. I'm gonna get blind by that one. Thor's around again. Hello, Thor. Well, we could have gone aggressive then. We didn't want to go aggressive. babysit is good this time.
Be careful, right? Your middle tower is under attack.
Vulcan looks like he wants to rotate too. I know they're doing blue buff right now, so I would like to try and invade, but I don't feel very confident with how the game's gone so far.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill. Naturally.
Trying to work out where I can go to defend.
Your middle tower bears down upon you.
Better do cast my abilities again. Now what are you going to do, Thor? You're going to die, aren't you? You're going to die? I'm going to get myself a kill. Oh well, I'll get myself an assist. That's good enough.
Double kill.
You can see the lifesteal that you can get off this as well. From your Scourge. On your 4th attack. It's not as strong as it used to be when it was first released, but it does give you good sustain. If you want to use this skill and you want to be using it in the early game, you're not really looking for health. You want to get protections, or protections are very important for you. To make sure you get you actually make this effective health, because having a huge health pool doesn't really help you out so much with this. And as you can see, because I'm staying in combat, I'm able to stay in this stance a lot longer. I've not really had a chance to speak about that as much as I'd like to. I've been fighting a whole bunch in this one. So even though they went aggressive on me, and I'm 1-2-1, I'm not having the worst game in the world. Could be a lot better though, but hey, we deal with what we can.
An enemy has left the game.
A fine bit of protection.
Just going to go tanky this game. The reason I'm going to go tanky is I've got a Sylvanas and Athena, but I've not got full trust in them just now just because of how the game's going so far. I've got to be a little bit more careful. I'm going to get Runeforged. It's not necessarily the best item in the game, but this is the last thing I'll actually be getting.
Attack.
After this, I won't get any more tanky items. I'll probably look for a little bit more damage. But I need to stay in these fights. He's still going aggressive in this jungle, looks like it. Oh, I missed. I missed my ultimate because I'm bad. Oh, I missed my dash. That was a mistake. If I landed my dash then I would have killed her, but I didn't. And I also missed my ultimate, which would have stunned him and caused him to die. But he's going to have to go back to base now. I can get some free tower pressure on here again. And also lifesteal up off these creeps with my Scourge. Here's my game plan. Kill that creep, thank you.
An enemy has been slain.
I'm not going to stay around too long, there's no reason to.
Down upon you.
Oh, I got blinded again, Hindu, please.
Down upon you.
Just got to juke out some autos. And the sniper too. They're okay. For now.
An ally has been slain. Your left tower is under attack. Stretch.
A fine bit of protection.
It's a rough lane to be in, just because of how the game started, really, and the aggression they did. But I've not played it well either. But you can kind of see what you're supposed to be doing with Bellona here. You want to get in close and you want to get into a fight. Use this for a slow and to absorb some auto attacks. But Ra's not very auto attack focused for reflecting stuff, so it's not going to be as effective as you may want.
The heat bears down upon you. Bathe in the glow.
Come on and hit me!
Enemy missing middle. An enemy. Retreat right lane.
Oh, I didn't get the kill, that's a shame. Oh no! She juked! He did it in the right direction. I did not expect that. I'm trying to juke him out all day. You can see she's quite a tough cookie, even if we're not playing well. She is a tough cookie.
Cold fury.
Gonna quickly go back to bases. We have Kulkulkin in our lane to defend. Now, Stone of Guy would have probably been a better item in this matchup, honestly, just for some magical resistance to deal with it. But I'm not overly worried with what's going on in this lane now. I'm doing okay. He's gone for full cooldown reduction. I'm just going to continue on, but possibly could have got Jotuns as well. But like I said, builds are not always going to be perfect. I'm just trying to give you an understanding of how the god is played and how you're supposed to try and get into combat. Hopefully I can get out of solo lane eventually and show you how good she can be. Now, in the jungle,
Hit me!
try and get to a team fight at some point in this game. Well, in solo lane this happens. She can jungle very well, and the ganks in the jungle, you're really looking for the ultimate to engage, but you could also use it to cause some other issues as well.
Come on and hit me! Rally here!
I'm getting engaged on by my boy. Oh, there's another friend too. Few too many rotating over here. I don't know if a ward would really make a difference there, but maybe it would have. I should have placed that ward down a little bit sooner. It appears the support likes to come over to solo lane. I think he's a little bit upset Ra stuck the solo lane from him.
Let's do this.
Respawns are long when you keep dying. I'm quite far behind him in terms of kills and gold and everything right now. So a nasty death there over in solo duo. So teamfights are starting to rage on now. I'm going to try and join the team a little bit more now, show you a little bit more of play. We don't always win these A to Z guides because I'm not always going to be good at every single god. Well, there's an example of how you can engage.
Your right tower.
We didn't get the kill, but we did cause a few issues. I'm going to attack this Medusa, see if we can get a kill on her here. She's dead now. Say goodnight to her. Just going to let Athena kill her. Oh no, I missed. Again? God, that mobility is amazing. I'm going to try and lifesteal off this a little bit. Ah, wisps from my boy Sylvanas too. Lovely. And go back to farming my own lane now. So you can see that in fight she's actually pretty strong. Can deal quite a lot of damage. Disarm is very, very useful. And it's not something I've really had a chance to talk about in this, but against an AD carrier hunter, you're going to be able to see the disarm for 3 seconds because she can't use auto attacks. And she can't do much else than that as well. So spam her in the face and do some more stuff. Want to get back here quick and not lose too many minions if I can help it. Oh, I'm going to lose them all. Boo.
Down.
Got a little bit of attack speed online with the Executioner, and it also penetrates some of their armor if they have any.
Enemy missing middle.
If you time the ultimate like I should have done earlier on, that's exactly what you can do with a combo with Athena to bring down the target. Thought might come over here. I'm going to have my beads ready soon if I need to. He'll be ulting soon, but I'm ready for it.
Your team has destroyed.
Come on and hit me.
Get myself in shield stance to block some auto attack damage if he goes for it. He's not going to find anything else as he went safe and back to farm my jungle again. I have to go back over and farm again. Actually, I was going to go back to base, but I don't think I'm going to get a chance to. There's a new wave.
Your left tower.
On my way.
Now, Scourge is very good for the early game, but then as you go on, the amount of health you get from it isn't good enough to just stay in this stance forever. You're going to be looking to switch stances a little bit more often. Your bludgeon does a lot of damage, but the problem with the bludgeon is that it's very hard to confirm the last hit on that, so got to be a bit careful with that. I'm going to go Jotuns here,
Do this.
just to help myself out a bit more, and use these beads this time around as well.
Attack.
We can go over and help with the Gold Fury now. We get to the late game, and laning phase can always be an issue. Ra's over and left now. If he takes my tower, that's fine, because we'll take the Gold Fury instead.
Attack the gold on my way.
We need to do the Gold Fury here, otherwise I lose my tower for free, and I don't want that to happen, so we will fight this, and we will win. Fight! Sylvanas needs to be here now. I think they got that, but we should be able to kill them all for it. I'm taking a lot of poke there. That's a raw heal that hurts a lot. Can we kill them all? We can.
Attack middle lane.
We lost the Gold Fury, but I think overall that wasn't the worst fight in the world. It could have been better. Oh, Hindu. Making sure they don't focus me. I didn't lose my tower either, which is good news.
I'm not so easily defeated.
Killing spree.
Are you not? You notice I used my beads and my ult there to stop Thor with his full wombo that he was trying to do.
That's enough.
Need to be careful about going too far forward here without a ward. I've got a ward, but I don't want to place it with this much HP. We'll just go back to base again and buy up one more time. So we get into the reign of where Bellona is very strong, is the team fighting sort of area, looking for fights. She's good in a fight against a Ra. Ra's really not going to want to fight, she's just going to poke and sustain back up, so it's hard to kill. But against other gods like other warriors, against hunters, she's very, very strong. She's a bit weaker against the mages, as you can expect.
Observation.
I've not actually fought her against the Medusa yet, so we'll see what this matchup's going to be like right now. Nice poke damage from me. I'm not going to do any more than that. I got great poke off on her. So, I'm going to defend the tower for a second or two. Hog those ones. Bit of a crazy fight going on over here. I'm just looking to defend the tower more than anything else while Cupid takes the right one. And if they engage on me, my ult will be back up again in about 30 seconds time. Once I get Jotuns online, I get a little bit more cooldown reduction, which is very, very useful as well. My beads are up in 10 seconds, so...
Retreat left lane.
Oh, the ultimates were not good from our team. But we're going to disengage, so... Why is there a horsey coming? I don't know why there's a horsey here, but there seems to be a horsey here. They're not going to kill me. I didn't have to use my beads then. I used it for the cooldown more than anything else. I could use my one a little bit earlier. Could stay in this fight, but I'm not going to. I'm going to quickly go back to base, buy items, and come back to that fight again.
Killing spree.
So that fight wasn't so bad. I actually might try and defend right lane here.
An ally has been slain.
I'd say when that engagement, that's good for us, and I can fight Medusa 1v1. She didn't seem to be able to deal with me when I was there, so
Out of mana.
might be able to deal with her this time around as well. She's looking to take... Oh, she's got a back farm? I like that idea. That's not a good idea from you, my dear. Hello, love. Just got to dodge out some attacks. Turn around for that. Oh, these minions, they hurt a lot. Medusa's got to bravely run away from battle. She did get a tower, but that's all she's going to get.
Enemy ultimate incoming.
Clear out the wave. Continue farming, as always. Didn't stop the tower, but you can see that she can fight 1v1 against a hunter pretty well. Especially a hunter that I've not played against. That was not so bad. Toppies are down. Looking for farm. Can't find any. That's a meatball. That hurt. A lot. Might be dead here if I'm not careful. They're taking the speed and the blue on the left hand right hand side. And no one's really here to defend it, unfortunately. I'm going to have to base. I can't stick around in this fight. I'd like to. Buying items. Can't afford any. Back to lane we go. So I need to try and watch my team fighting now. What I want to do is engage in a team fight where my team's with me, because we have a lot of front line, and that gives Gold plenty of time to do his damage from the back line, which is what we'll be looking to do. Athena's seeing this now. That's a lot of damage.
Be careful, lad. Enemy missing middle. Enemies incoming. Killing spree.
I was hoping there would be more to reinforcements going, but it was just me and Fina. You can see how long you can stay in a fight, though, when you are playing. Bellona, you're looking to switch stances. Like I said, the heal in the later stages not as strong as it would be in the earlier stages. So what I was looking for there is a shield bash stance, reflect some of that damage back to them, at the same time as still hitting him in the face with my executioner and causing him an issue. Didn't survive though. That's unfortunate, but that happens. So last item here, I think I might go Hide of the Urchin. It's a very underrated item, and it's useful for what I want it to do here. Give me some extra protections,
That will do well
build
enough.
me up a little bit stronger. They're looking for the Gold Fury here. Medusa's playing around with it. My team are a bit sporadic at the moment. They should be really grouped up by now.
Group up.
I might actually just start spamming group up now, hopefully. They'll understand me.
Group up.
We don't group up, we're going to lose Gold Fury for free. We've got Coco and farming left. Well, Mid's being pushed in, and they've got Gold Fury again. Oh, that's unfortunate. We need to firm this fight.
Group up.
Here comes reinforcements. No! Ow. Are they cleaning up this back line? I don't think they are. I need to get over here now. Those blinds from that Rara cause me so many issues right now. we need to group up more.
Group up.
Because we're not grouping up, we're dying quite a lot in these
Find
fights.
protection.
And we turn up to the fights late. If we were here as a whole team, we'd probably win them a little bit cleaner than this. But we're not, so it's causing us an issue. Gokulka's trying to trade there with no mana. He's losing the tower mid instead. Oh! Snipe hit too. Spit OP. So with Bellona, you can see what you're kind of looking to do. You're looking to get in a fight and stay in a fight as long as you can. Sometimes you will go down in those fights, but most of the time you should be able to get yourself out of it if you play a little bit better than me. You keep practicing the God. You'll be able to see a lot more effectiveness with this going forward. You're looking to engage. Focus the targets down that are priorities that are going to cause issues. Disarm the correct targets if you can. I mean, generally you're looking for the Medusas, the Hunters in the game, or you're looking for some of the other assassins to remove their auto attacks as well, as they provide pressure for you. If you can't find them, you can use it for a killing blow because of the range, which I used on Vulcan in that little engagement too.
Group up. That's enough.
Couldn't disarm him in time. If I disarmed him, then he wouldn't be able to auto attack, which means I could have cleared the
Rally here.
taunt. No taunt. Okay. All I need was Athena to taunt. Then I'm seeing where he's gonna go now. Oh, I fell for the beads. I fell for that. I'm going to drop the Gold Fury here, Fire Drive for a minute, and look for the re-engage. Got to be careful how much poker take from that Vulcan now. We're going to lose a Phoenix for nothing. We're not getting the Gold Fury Fire Giant either. This wasn't the best fight for us again. Doesn't really get anything out of it, and they got a Phoenix. Hopefully they can do the Fire Giant though. They should be able to. Oh, but they're not going to. That's a shame. Gonna be a rough game, this one. I'll do what I need to an extent. So I'm just going to push out left lane for the time being. There's nothing else we can really do on the map. I want to do Fire Giant, but my team all decided to back to farming again, so I might as well go back to farming too. Stay on this side of the map for the Fire Giant. Also, Cupid's going to defend against fire minions now, because we didn't get anything out of that fight, really. In fact, what I'm gonna do is base and get Hog 3. By getting Hog 3 here, I can also get an extra chance to secure the Fire Giant. Now we've got 3 chances of securing the Fire Giant now. They ain't got a real chance against this, honestly. But we need to defend against these fire minions coming in again. They're looking for the Fire Giant. We should fight this like yesterday now. We got Fire Giant, that's good stuff. One's down. Didn't manage to get the Vulcan boy, but I'm not scared of a little old turret like that. Where's Medusa gonna go? Hi Medusa. No, no auto attacks for you, my dear. No auto attacks for you, my dear. That's how we deal with that. let someone else get aggro on this one. I can go deep then. See the way some jungle on the way. This decision maker for Sylvanas not the best in the world there. But we do manage to defend for a little bit longer. Get our Phoenix back up in the right lane would be lovely.
Your middle tower has been destroyed. Your middle tower is under attack.
Needs to get to the speed buff before Guan tries to take it away. Hopefully he does.
Defend right lane.
Just in case they do try and push that one in. So, we're back in this game to an extent. Me going back for that Hog 3 wasn't really needed in the end. Team did a good job with it. I'm looking for maybe one more item with Bluestone to replace, but what to replace is the question.
Know your enemy.
I can pressure this side while they're doing the Golf Fury. There's not a whole lot they can do against me. If they come, I can disengage with beats if I need to. They're all going to fight over there.
Who's gonna stop the kid? He's unstoppable.
Stretch! An ally has been slain. Double kill.
Oh, Church used beads then to reset cooldowns and go back in, but minions OP. The body bucks were good. We lost the fight of the Golf Fury then, it's because I wasn't there. They're going to look to go aggressive on me maybe here, because Thor's coming over. Oh, she stopped me. This could be me dead. We'll see. Let's get dashing. My ult's up in 4 seconds. If Thor comes in, I can jump away.
Defend right lane.
I'm going to actually go. Oh, they're going to stop you. Go through here. Okay. Got to juke out autos as much as possible. You're going to dive me. We're not going to get anything out of that, unfortunately. I tried to live as long as I could. I forced out a couple of ultimates and things, but unfortunately not going to be the best case scenario for me. What to really finish off the build with? I'm going to probably take Odysseus bow, I think. I don't know, do I want Odysseus bow? I can't decide where to go here. I'm not too worried about magical damage, but they do have some magical gods here. I'm really thinking about where I want to go. Let's just go with Mystical Mail. That'll do more damage in the fights. Keep me alive a little bit more longer against this Medusa and this Thor and the Guan Yu, the Shreds of Protections. That's a really good ultimate. It's just a shame I only hit Guam. Bad news is they're all fighting without me, and Cupid was focusing on the tank. But I can get back in this game and cause some issues, I think. They're all pretty low.
Triple kill.
Well, if he gets the Quadra. Come on. Come on, I'll fight you. I'll fight you. I'll give you a chance for a penta. Not good enough for a penta, my friend. Not good enough for a penta. Pentas are earned. I don't even care if I die now. You're gonna go me? Okay. To dash away from that one. I'm not scared of fighting a Medusa or Blongata. We will lose the Phoenix, there's not much I can do, but I did kill their damage dealer, which is important.
Your left Phoenix has been destroyed.
They may look for right Phoenix here, and need to defend this one. If they're really going to go on mid, I will defend this. Oh, this time that pretty badly. I chose to fight. There was a Thor nearby. Maybe my team can turn this one around though. Can still hold for now.
Your middle Phoenix is under attack.
Kill the Thor! Kill the Thor! Kill the Thor! Thor is a big issue for us. Back on defense again. Going to be a long Bellona game this one to show you off her skills, but the good news is you get to see the ups and downs of playing Bellona. Mainly the downs with how I'm playing it, but you get a better understanding of what you should be doing in the combat and what you could probably see yourselves that you could improve on. Blow that much eyes. There goes a horsey. That's a good bead. No, there's a disengage from that now. Thor's going to look for the dunk on me now. You ready? Or maybe not. We might lose the fight from there. But you can see with the extra protections you get. I'll fight you again. If you get a Quadra, I'll fight you again, Medusa. I'm not going to give you a Quadra, though. And that's going to be the end of the Bellona game. Unfortunately, it wasn't a win. You saw the ups and downs of a lane against a mage, but you could also see how good she can be against somebody with a weapon in hand that wants to use auto attacks. Good luck with Bellona.